This is Till Death Do Us Part, a Whittleton Creek contract where we've got to break up three couples, although one of them's not really much of a couple. We can do this any method, any disguise, so we're just going to start in our default location with our default loadout here. In our suit, we won't need to change disguises, really no need for it. This can be done fairly quickly, and I'm sure you can do them much faster. There are definitely some much faster ways involving accidents and such, but I just want to show a method that's pretty reliable, and it just happens to be quick, unlike sometimes a lot of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to run towards the front of the Wilson's house. We want to trigger this conversation where the guy says he's hungry. We want those guys to move, and they won't move until their conversation has been triggered. In the meantime, we're going to run down here to the other end of the street, going to get our gun out. No one's around to notice us. And as we get close enough to see kind of the enforcer mark on the target there, shoot her, and then go ahead and shoot the gun. That will turn the state trooper. The guy looking out at the lake, he's not going to turn around, so we just drag her into the bushes. By the time the state trooper turns back around, he won't notice anything because she's in the bushes and concealed, so that takes care of her body. It's not stashed, but it's just fine. The next thing we want to do is head back over here to the Wilson's house, and we want to get into the garage, because once the Trouts there finish their little dialogue about how they think the Wilsons have secrets, they're going to go to the front of the garage there. And I put that coin there. I was hoping to attract one of them in just with a coin lure, but I put it too far back and they won't notice. It's not a big deal, and I'll show just kind of a method to deal with it either way, because we might get our target, Alfred Trout, we might get his wife, but what we're going to do is just hide behind the car, and if they don't notice the coin, don't worry about it, just come out and get it. Have the fire extinguisher or some knockout item with you just in case. Throw a coin in there and just see who goes. If it's her, knock her out and stash her in the cooler. If it's him, we're going to do this. So either way, whoever comes in, close the garage door, and then deal with the other one, either by knocking them out or killing in the case of the target. Now you have to be careful with that lure. You don't want it to be too close to the garage door, or there's a chance that their spouse will actually walk through the garage door, opening it and spotting it. But that's very rare that that happens if you coin them all the way towards that freezer. And if you're fast, you can stuff them in the freezer and there's very little risk. So our final target is here. She's going to walk back and forth from over there, but what we want her to do is to come over and sit down, and what we're going to do is place a coin to attract her attention. We want her all the way over here, and we want to throw a coin kind of into the edge of this bush.
Oh.
And the reason we're doing this is because if we're too close, they'll both hear it, and one of them will be randomly sent over to check it out, and it could be the man, and dealing with him and hiding him is kind of a pain. So instead, just kind of get her over into this bush by making her the only one that can hear it. Just leave her there, and there's an exit right here on the bridge, so we can leave. Straightforward, but because the targets are in such public locations, you need to have some means of moving them quickly, and these are some of the more reliable ways of doing that. The bush thing can be a little tricky, but once you've gotten her lured over with the coin, she should be the only one to hear it, not her husband.